rescheduled site plan review committee meeting from originally May 5th, now May 6th. Go ahead, call the meeting to order, start with roll call, starting at my left.
Jessica Friedrichs.
Scott Brake.
John Van Sickle.
Zach Smith.
Okay, thank you. Zach, do you want to give us a quick introduction since this is your first meeting?
Yeah, sure. So my background is civil engineering. Do a lot of development, subdivision side, the construction side, and on the design side. And it's a pleasure to have the opportunity to serve the community.
Perfect. Welcome aboard. Okay, move on. Did everyone have a chance to review the minutes from the April 7th meeting? Any comments, discussion items? Any motions? Can I do it? Okay, I'll move to accept the minutes as written from the April 7th meeting.
Second.
Third.
All those in favor say yes.
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 Opposed, say no. All right, motion passes. Any communication or staff reports? Anything from staff?
Nothing to add.
Okay, any questions from staff, for staff?
I did have a question. There was some disc of site plan committee. Any more to that? Because
That
I was just
would-
thinking like this meeting getting rescheduled and.
Right. That would require that we revise the UDM because it is
Oh,
the
okay.
code currently.
Okay.
And we are in the process of doing that with a consultant, or at least they're evaluating it to give us a
Oh.
report on what could be revised. But as of now, we're still required to do this.
Okay. But it is something still being considered.
Definitely
at
on our
this time.
radar.
Okay.
So perfect. Okay, since nothing else for staff, we'll move on to the only agenda item, item 5.1, for a sign plan for the Bark 44 at 301 West Central Avenue, Suite 400.
This is a pretty simple sign plan. And we have got two signs for the Bark 44, both a sign out at the street connected to the existing pole sign that has the year fired ceramics there, as you can see, and then a sign on the building, a wall sign. In this case, both of these already exist as temporary signs, which they got a temporary sign permit for. They're just like vinyl banners right now, being replaced with pretty much identical actual aluminum signs, excuse me. Both these signs would be unlit, so no internal lighting to be concerned about. One point to kind of look at is the size of this on the wall sign. It's about 60 square feet. We don't have the exact area for all of the signs on this multi-tenant retail space. I guess whoever was in my position at the time was not as meticulous, but we estimated, and it looks like they're still going to be under their maximum wall coverage with this sign installed, so they should be okay with that one. Yeah, that's about all I got to say. There's not much to these. They're allowed to have this pole sign out near the road, and they are allowed to have a wall sign, and they're both within sizing regulations.
So essentially replacing the banner with an aluminum type sign
Pretty
that
much.
looks exactly the same.
That's the idea. I'll note that the wall sign is kind of on like I believe it's aluminum frame. So the banner is just stretched over it right now. I'm just going to take it off and actually attach the metal.
Okay.
Is it possible on the actual road sign to require that they paint the black metal pole along with the white rail?
Absolutely. You can make that a condition of your approval.
It'd be something that I would ask that staff would have discretion over.
So I assume this is basically two sheets of metal, one on each side of these two poles.
It's our understanding that it's kind of a box on the pole sign there. You can see it says with end cap, where it'll kind of go beyond where the poles are and be closed in all around on four sides.
So does that, okay, so that
It'd be
does-
on both sides.
on all
Yeah.
on all four sides, like including the bottom?
Yes, there's no like images on the skinny side, but
Correct.
but yes,
Right, but I mean, like, as
it would be front and back. Yes.
okay, I'd like to see there be some sort of like covering on the bottom of it. It's not just two sheets of metal just kind of exposed. I mean, it's a little out of the ground, close to a sidewalk. So just that would be my only concern.
Which ultimately would be covered with the sign permit and everything anyway. However, the sign is
I don't know
going.
that we explicitly forbid not taking that into account. Well, so in the permitting stage, I'm not sure that it would come up, but that could also be a condition of your
But as
approval.
long as it meets the sign permit requirements, then it should be fine.
So Zach, or sorry, can I have
Yeah,
a question?
go ahead.
So what you're saying is we don't want two metal flashings on either side of those poles. We want to make sure it's somewhat of a cabinet type. So there's a top and a bottom to it as well.
Yeah, so my concern would be just you have these two flat, kind of sharp pieces of aluminum, and I don't want some little kid walking down the sidewalk and trying to be funny or something and walk under it and get cut up. So just feel like some sort of like plastic or aluminum, just to kind of mend that gap between the sheets.
Personally, I would like to see, I realize there's nothing against pole signs. I guess, Julie, is that anywhere in the city then? You can have a pole sign?
Certain zones do allow it, not all do. But pretty much every like commercial zone does. And that's an existing one. It's not a new sign.
Sure. The pole signs look, the poles look ugly, I think,
Sure.
but that's just personal preference.
Any other thoughts, comments?
Do we need to motion the enclosure thought along with the paint the metal pole and?
Yeah, you can add as
railing?
many conditions as you think are necessary.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I move to approve the sign plan at 301 West Central for Bark 44 with the conditions to put a top and bottom on the sign as well, similar to the end caps, and then also paint the existing poles, in this case, black to match the sign and give it a fresh coat of paint.
Second.
Third.
All those in favor, say yes.
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 Opposed, say no. All right, motion passes. Any member items of discussion, anything anybody wants to bring up?
Do we have any type of timeline on when we should receive the results of the consulting from the meeting that we all attended?
Yeah, the most recent timeline that we've gotten says that by the end of June, we expect to see a report back.
The governing body meets, what, May 12th?
Yes.
Or 20, no, you moved it. Was that
Oh,
what-
for the session is the 28th.
28th?
Planning Commission and the governing body are on the same day.
And then when's the report, you think, in June?
We think in June, we don't have an exact date, but before the end of June is what we're hearing.
Anything else? Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All those in favor? Yes.
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 Opposed, no. All right, meeting's adjourned.